Hello, and welcome to the podcast, Falcon Paladin.
Thank you, Somicron. Good to be here for another podcast today. Got a lot to talk about. Looking forward to it.
Good, let's start with I saw you finally beat Chaos. You did it. You
I,
vanquished Chaos for all time.
well, not for all time, but from that planet, I guess. Kind of a temporary thing.
Tomato, tomato.
We'll take that. So one of my viewers whose display name is DAWID, so it's like
Dawn of War.
David or Dawid or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's from Europe or something, so I don't know what. I just called him David, and he was like, "Okay, that works." So I did that. So anyway, yeah, he knows this game, and he's like, "All right, so on these missions, you need to take out one base first, really, really fast, and it helps if you have some requisition points where you have an army at the start and stuff." And I was like, okay, fair enough. So yeah, just requisition points, max out my starting army, and it did help that I took out the last bastion of the Blood Ravens, which gave me like 1,000 power at the start of every mission, which is good for upgrades and making stuff and everything like that. So that is how you defeat them, just with, upgrades from the missions and upgrades for the DLC, and then it's kind of easier. So there you go. That is the secret.
Fair enough. You did it. You figured it out.
I did it. Yeah, it's just crazy how kind of simple it is to handle one base worth of enemies, but as soon as it's two, you're just like, nope, dead, overrun, can't do it. Like the line between one and two is just this insurmountable thing. So, yeah.
Well, fair enough. I saw you
Uh-huh.
were streaming it to the Falcon Paladin YouTube channel and not your other side channels. Is that intended?
That is correct. That was intended, yes.
Okay.
And then I delete the VODs as soon as they show up on the Brood War channel and just export them over to the Falcon Paladin Plays. So that's where they live.
So it's a VOD channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
At
enough.
least for this stuff. I kind of feel like for RTS, there's more of an audience
Sure.
on the Brood War channel. If it's something that's not RTS, I might just kind of swing it over to Falcon Paladin Plays and see how it plays out there. So
Fair enough. Can't
that
argue with
is
that.
the plan. I do kind of wish the Necrons had more splash damage to them.
Uh-huh.
Like it's not exactly splash damage, but other factions like the Orcs or like the Imperial Guard have attacks that like hit a group of enemies and they go blah, and they like fly around. And I think it's doing damage to all of them, which is nice. Like upgraded turrets do that and things like that. But with the Necrons, everything is single target damage, with the exception of some special attacks that your hero unit, the Lord of whatever, can do.
Right.
So anyway, it's just like when there's 100 infantry attacking you, it'd just be nice, I feel like, if there was something, I could just be like, splash, like Psystorm or something, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I again haven't played the game, but I would imagine
hmm
Immortals might do splash. I feel like their weapon is big and bulky and is like splash, but I guess not for that game. I don't know. Game,
Yeah.
the
I
game,
mean,
the game is old, so.
it
Uh,
is. I mean, visually, it's single target. They're intended to do high damage to armored stuff.
mm-hmm.
And so, from what I can tell, they're doing single target damage. They really suck against infantry.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're
Sure.
not really an answer to large groups of
No.
dudes anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Anywho, that's it. So we just have left the Eldar for the campaign.
Uh-huh.
Should be able to handle them kind of using some of the same strats, and the fact that, now we start with extra resources and a bigger army shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Mm.
So that is the deal.
Should be able to finish that up real quick.
I think so. Yeah, probably get it done tomorrow.
No time at all.
No, maybe 30 seconds into the stream tomorrow it'll be done, and great victory will be had.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's exactly how that'll go, I'm sure. Ugh. Alright, so where do you want to really start?
Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Man! Chainsaw Samasaiko! It's so
Yep,
good.
that one. It's so good. Yeah. I mean, when people ask me about it, I'm like, my first reaction is, I knew I liked Chainsaw Man. I remembered it's been a while since I've watched Chainsaw Man because that first season
It was a while
aired
ago.
like 2 years ago. It feels like.
Oh god, it's gonna be like 2019 if I look this up, isn't it?
No, can't be that long ago. Please, no.
Chainsaw Man season 1. Uh 2022. So 3 years ago. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, 3 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my brain is like, I don't remember everything that happened, but I remember really enjoying season one.
Mhm.
And then movie hits, and I'm like, oh, right. This is why I like Chainsaw Man so much. It just nails like the human moments and the crazy moments and somehow blends them together in some way that makes sense
Mhm.
and like it just connects you to the characters. So when someone gets hurt or they die, it's like, ah. And it just does all the little building blocks so well. And then it does batshit stuff, and you're like, ah, I'm grounded. And the batshit stuff kind of just works better that way, I feel like, when you're just like connected to the characters.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Anyway, yeah, really enjoyed it, man. I mean, I would love to see somebody who watched this movie without having background of what Chainsaw Man is, and they're like, "What the hell is this meat cute shit? Like, why are we following this dumb blonde kid around as he like develops a relationship with some waitress girl at a small restaurant? Like, what
Uh-huh.
is going on here?" Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a
Uh
lot of the movie.
yeah, so I did look for negative reviews.
Ah,
And I just went to Rotten Tomatoes to see like what it was like and read like the
the
summary.
rotten.
Yeah, yeah, but like they have reviews there, and I was looking for just the summaries of reviews because it'll link you to the full review, and I wasn't gonna read full reviews. I was just wondering how many people are like, I have a problem with this.
Yeah.
Um, and I found exactly one, and I'm gonna look for it
Whew.
now, which it doesn't look like it's there, or maybe it was an audience review. I don't know. But it just said this movie feels like it was held back by its somewhat emotionally stunted lead, which I feel like is missing half the point. um,
It is.
it
It
is.
is. It is.
Uh,
It does make me wonder. Well, no, go ahead. What else did they say?
oh no no no! I was just gonna say that's
Ah,
the only negative thing I could find anyone saying about it broadly.
yeah. So that does make me wonder if Denji wasn't such an emotionally stunted child who didn't have such a tough upbringing and didn't have such like a social stunted thing going on, if
Mm-hmm.
the show would work as well, if the
Mm.
story would work as well, like if Denji wasn't just immediately in love with Makima,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this beautiful girl paid attention to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This has never happened before. She said she'll feed me. Holy shit. I'm in forever. Like if he's like, I don't know, she seems kind of sus. Is it like a better show or is it a worse show?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was talking to Spike about it in the Discord server, and I think part of the reason it appeals to us at least is that Denji is a super dumb motherfucker who is super horny all the time, right? And it's like every dude in the world can relate to that level of at least being that way sometimes, if not all the time during certain ages,
If that was the
right?
case, like American Pie would be the greatest movie of all time. Right.
Yeah, but is American Pie really trying to get you to relate to the characters? Are they developing that kind of a thing? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the question stands is, can you develop characters without doing that? And I would say every other piece of media says yes. You know,
Can you develop characters without doing what?
making the main character dumb and just horny all the time.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't think that's the secret sauce
no,
exactly.
no. Um, what I will say is, I do think that it is the Denji being dumb and horny is the weakest part of the movie, in my opinion. Like
Right.
it's a lot of fun spectacle. It's a lot of really great emotional moments, but the ending is undercut because Denji's a dumbass, right? Like,
Yep.
and this was the 30-second conversation we had about it when you watched it, being like, that was so cool. And I was like, the ending bit was a bit naff for me. Um, is because Denji has an accurate two really good emotional bits that he fails to like learn from or anything at the end of the movie. And it's like at the end of the movie, I want the character to have gone through the arc and come out the other side knowing something. And the two
Uh-huh.
bits that get me, he accurately describes what his job is and his life motivations within. Like, I'm getting along better with my coworkers. I know how to do my job better. I'm being given more unsupervised time. Like, he's having real, like, life affirming moments where he's like, dude, my life's getting itself together. I'm no longer eating cigarettes for $1 from the mob, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And then the other bit is where he's like, why does everyone care about the chainsaw's heart? Why does nobody care about my heart?
Yeah. Oh, that was crushing.
It's so
And the
good.
realization that he has, every girl I like tries to kill me. I'm like, this is a good observation.
Uh-huh.
Good observation, Denji. Good call, man. That really sucks. I feel for you, bro.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
And then his job as a demon slayer, I don't well, a devil slayer, since he's not a sniffer boy.
It's not
Uh
a Hashira. Yeah.
yeah. It, a devil tears up half of Tokyo and he's just like, "Nah, you can live." Like,
Yeah.
but earlier in the movie, he reaffirms that he's committed to the life he has because he's seeing progress there. He likes it. He likes to kill devils. No, you
Yep.
can leave. The other one, the tornado one, Typhoon, cut that bitch right up. no free
Typhoon
pass.
Devil.
No free pass there.
Typhoon Devil isn't pretty, Somicron.
Now,
It's
now.
pretty privileged. Denji's like, I really like this girl.
Mm-hmm.
She says it was all fake. I don't believe her.
His,
I think I can be a friend with her and change her ways, is what he thinks. I can fix her.
I don't know, because there are definitely other movies where the character's like, oh, this person says they were just using me, but I don't really believe them. I've really seen their true heart of gold, and I can bring that out. I don't think Denji
Uh-huh.
really is capable of that level of insight with another human being. Like, he,
So then why does he do it? Why does he
I
let her
don't,
go?
I don't know.
I think that's the only thing that makes
I
sense.
think it's a failing of the
Because
movie that he does it.
no, they have that conversation. She goes, I was faking the whole thing. That blush that I kept doing and the
hmm
way I kept laughing at your jokes, that was all invented and manufactured. And he
hmm
goes, nah.
Yeah,
Like he pushes back on that.
he,
So I'm just saying that is a level of insight that he has.
and I think he's wrong. I think she was faking it. I don't think that
No,
character.
because then
I
then
just
at
don't.
the end of the movie.
I just don't believe it.
Oh.
I think the end of the movie happens because you can't have that character running around. Makima's just gonna show up because she needs something to do other than to watch 4 movies in a row. Sure. And here's the thing. I think it's all a big failing in the movie because Makima turns up, wraps it all up in the end by killing Reese, and it's like, okay, so how much is this character really going to be impactful in season 2 of Chainsaw Man? Like, what am I supposed to take that Denji got out of this moving forward? Because the character can't show up later. We wrapped it up.
Right.
It's in a bow. It's too tight a bow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the ending where Denji's there with flowers and Power comes to bully him after she was sidelined for the entire movie.
He's
Um,
the best.
it's great,
Anyway.
but it also
Uh-huh.
works if she just doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. The movie was just like, we haven't used power at all today. Funny power scene, go. And it works.
It
But
works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I had the same thought about that. Like if
Mhm.
Reze is just dead, then like what's the point? Like what did we learn from this?
Mm.
How does this affect the story ongoing?
hmm
Don't know. Like I guess Denji kind of holds out this part of his heart that hopes she'll come back one day, and
Mhm.
Makima's not going to tell him that she's dead, right?
Right. Well, I mean,
Right.
Makima might actually. She's kind of brutal.
No, but you know what's more brutal is she doesn't care about you. She didn't want to meet
Also,
up with you again. She never wants to see you again, right?
yeah, yeah,
That's worse, man. That's
yeah.
Makima stuff. That is
Mm.
what she would do, I think. I think she's gonna do.
I can believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I found all the stuff with the angel dude and the other
Oh
guy
yeah,
super compelling. That's way more interesting to me. Where he's like, I don't want to see more people die. Grabs him, loses months of his life, and we know it's limited. Oh god, it's
dude.
good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
some good shit.
Angel Dude and Aki hanging out,
Mm-hmm.
not really liking
Aki.
each other, trying to figure it out. Is oh man, that is great. Part of it, I just kept being struck by the design of Angel Dude. It's just like really pretty dude in a suit
Mm-hmm.
with angel wings and a halo.
Uh huh.
Like the corporate America, corporate Japan versus super religious symbolism smashed together into one character is just like I don't know. It just struck me every time. I was like, this is kind of a cool design for a character.
So
There are some really cool designs for characters in this.
I'm wondering how much of that is like intentional forethought, or it's just like this guy works for
Mm,
the Devil Slaying Association. They all wear suits, so he's got to wear a suit.
right.
You know.
Right. Yeah, I get it. If it's accidental, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I just liked it a lot.
Yeah. No, I get it. I like it too. Ugh.
Hmm.
I do like that character's main thing going throughout the most of the movie is I don't want to work. I on the one I'm a devil and I think people should die in suffer and like in suffering, but on the other
Hmm.
hand I'm also an angel, right? Like I'm here to help people. But at the end of the movie Makima shows up with him and he's like she has the ability to twist his arm into doing anything. He just shows up and
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, I'll drop rods from God. Like I
Yeah, I'll
there's
chuck a spear from a rooftop. Why not?
I think there's like a reinforcement of Makima's potency there to that he's just there doing what she wants without question.
Hmm.
I think
Like, yeah. Like, what strings does she have for him?
yeah,
We know what she's got with Denji. What does she have with this dude?
right.
Because, yeah, Aki couldn't get him to do anything ever for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, the whole
Mm-hmm.
movie. And then Makima was like, come along, like, help me take out a really powerful devil and
Mm-hmm.
no questions asked, take it care of.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. Another thing I really like about the show is that they really work hard to be like, Makima is screwed up in so many ways. Here are some things we're gonna do. She's gonna go watch 4 movies in one day. Who the hell does that? Because most movies are bad, but every once in a while I run across one that I really like, so I just binge movies.
Yeah.
Like that's
Okay.
weird, man.
So I've watched 2 movies today already.
Yeah,
I didn't go to the theater to watch them, so let's it's a little different. But to
true,
me,
true.
Makima has to have planned those movies in that order to be like, I need to. How do I
Mm,
keep him like on his leash? And the first one is let's watch 3 bad movies. He will not say no. He will not leave because he's Denji.
right. Yeah.
The fourth movie is we have a super emotional scene that will connect with him specifically. It would not surprise me if she was pulling strings to get that film played. You know, there's absolutely nothing in the text that suggests that she did, but if she had, it would not be surprising to then be like, oh, let's have a moment where we can talk about your heart, Denji, your heart that belongs to me.
Yeah. That's an excellent point because I don't think she does anything with Denji that's not further reinforcing the hold that she has over him.
Right.
There is no way that she was like, let's just hang out for an afternoon and there's no ulterior motive here.
Uh huh.
And oh, Denji liked the same movie that I did. Cool. Moving on. Like, there's no way that's what she did.
No.
It's a good point. It's a great point. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, she's messed up. So, her powers include being 500 rats, uh, slicing people's arms off from 10 feet away.
Uh huh.
She can kill people across the entire city as long as she has a host to kill that's nearby.
Uh huh. Uh,
What are her powers? Is
what?
it like whatever the story needs?
I mean, the answer is probably yes to that, but it's
Mm,
also like you get your powers by making pacts with devils. So how
true.
many? Which devils? How many devils? You know.
And like, at what point was she like, yes, being able to turn into 500 rats is super useful.
What?
Because like, what the hell? Like, why?
I mean,
That is served no purpose except for being like, holy shit, Makima is insane.
one,
In that scene.
intimidation. Makima's insane.
Yeah.
2, rats are
Yeah.
everywhere. You can go anywhere there's a rat, right? Because nobody suspects a rat.
Is that what it is? Is she taking existing rats, or can she dissolve her body into 500 rats and run around and then reform into Makima?
I'm going to assume that one. I don't think she needs to go to the
Yeah.
pet store for 500 rats first.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's that.
So you're saying the rats are also for infiltration and for sneaking around?
Yeah, maybe. What if
maybe.
there are parts of her that are rats that are just like throughout the city watching everything?
Oof, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's scary. She's the best. Like, she is an absolutely intriguing, evil, terrible character. And I love, it's a throwaway line when Reze is fighting Denji and he's like, my heart belongs to Makima. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me?
That
you are
witch.
so stupid. Her?
It wouldn't matter how far we ran.
Devil's like, oh, come on, man.
Right.
And Denji just not to go right over his head. He's just like, nope, didn't catch that at all. Oh man, that was so good.
So, moment where I think Denji's dumbassery totally works and is great is when they're like, the chainsaw, he's supposed to like throw his chains and fly around, and he's just like, no, turn into a shark. I'm gonna ride you.
I'm gonna ride you with the chains.
That was
There's
fantastic.
a harness.
I like that.
Yeah, that was as Deadpool as anything not Deadpool is.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man riding a shark into a typhoon. Yep. Yes. Hilarious. Yeah, then you have Shark Devil, who's like, I don't want to work with you at all, crazy devil hunters, but you have Chainsaw Man? I will do anything for him. And it's like, so do you know who is the previous holder of these powers and what's going on here?
What do you know and everyone else know that we don't?
Yeah.
Why is it the chainsaw heart is special?
Yeah. Why does everybody want that?
Don't know.
Because it feels like Shark Devil knows.
Yeah, Aki even tried to force it out of him, I think. And he's like, no, Makima made me promise not to tell.
Yeah.
So there's definitely people who know something.
It's an interesting hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So here's a question for you.
Okay, yep.
You go ahead. I can hold it.
My question was, what do you think the door is at the start of the movie that Denjin must not open?
Oh.
Because that didn't come up in that movie. There was never like, what if you do? Don't open that door. Plot hooks for future movies and TV show.
Yep. And seasons of TV.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, maybe just Denji not investigating too much into what's going on with this whole thing, not thinking about it too much, not like trying to figure out too hard the mystery of why everybody wants it,
I don't know.
I don't know. So my question was, did you suspect Reze before she murdered what's-his-face on the rooftop in the rain?
I mean, yeah, for 2 reasons. One, I think it would be weird to call the movie Rezark and not have it be her be the villain, right? I think that would just that would just be really weird. 2, when they're in the pool and it's cutting back and forth between the spider slowly capturing a butterfly, it's like, okay, yes, I get the symbolism.
Yeah, that's true. The movie's like, by the way, this is going on. It's not what it looks like. Yeah.
Watch the spider slowly entrap, ensnare, and consume this guy. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did think it was also weird that they're in the pool and she's like, dude, just get in. It's whatever. And does not comment on the fact he has a ripcord sticking out of his chest. She's like, oh, I need you to just ignore that for the moment.
Well, he told her he's a devil hunter.
Sure, but none of the others have, like, stuff sticking out of their chest. Or at least, even if they did, if you like met a guy with wings, you'd go, "Hey, what's with the wings?" You
Yeah.
know, you would ask about it.
I mean, you're right. If he hadn't to that point said anything about it, she'd be like, "What?" But I don't know. It's dingy. First day he was probably like, "Check this out. I've got a ripcord in my chest. Isn't that cool?" And she's like, "Wow." Right?
I mean, maybe.
He's dumb.
It's true. He did eat a flower, right?
And then puke it back up. Oh man.
Can he just regurgitate things 30 minutes later with them intact? Or did he, like, be like, I might meet a pretty woman. I need to store this somewhere where it won't get damaged. My gullet. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. It sure seemed like he chewed on it, right?
It definitely seemed like it, but it didn't come up masticated.
Fair.
I don't know. Just magic trick.
I don't know.
Chainsaw magic.
True
No.
facts. Maybe it's one of the special powers that he's got. You can eat something and then bring it back up for special purposes.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I don't know. I do find it interesting that I guess sometimes devils can kind of be in hiding because Typhoon Devil sends the assassin guy after Denji.
Yeah.
And the dude's like, well, he sure seems to like this girl. I'll just, take out her eyes and cut off her skin, and then he's mine, right?
Right.
And then he goes after her, and she kills him. And then immediately Reze's like, hey, what's up? Typhoon, it's you. And she's like, ah, shit, I didn't know it was you, Lady Reze. I'm like, shoot. You were there. I feel like you were there. I feel like you saw what was going on. So she must have been in disguise, right? It must have been like this random girl is hanging out with Denji. I don't care about her. Let's do this. And then Reze's like, hey, it's me, dummy. And she's like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't know. Please don't kill me, right?
Right. So the shark man goes, crap, I couldn't tell from her smell or something like that. Like there would have been some way to just tell that this is the bomb devil in disguise. Be that like aura, and maybe you can just smell it like some other demon slayers.
We will not name.
Mainly because I can't remember his name, I'm being honest. Tanjiro, thank you. So they made like it's possible that she was in disguise. Because also I'm wondering if it's like a fake persona that she puts herself into, because there's absolutely no reason for her to run kicking and screaming through a school and
Right.
not just like kill the guy now.
Right.
So maybe it's like, okay, I'm going to put myself into the personality of this person. I'm going to become a sleeper agent for a little bit, and when my life's in danger, it'll kick back in. And then it does.
Once Reze comes back up to the forefront, Typhoon Devil's like, ah, it's you.
Yeah. Which
I can see that.
Which makes sense, sort of, for those scenes, but really makes the pairing of the spider ensnaring the butterfly kind of like, oh, so the sub-personality is also an ensnaring beast? Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. No, I think that's just a big picture. I think that's just he's being drawn deeper into the web.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, and then one of the questions I think that comes up a couple times in the movie is, why didn't you just kill me when you met me, Reze, Bomb Devil? Like, why did we do all this meet cute stuff? Why did we hang out in the restaurant? Why did we explore the shut down school? Like, why didn't you just kill me straight up? Why didn't you just stab me then? Why did we wait until we were watching the fireworks? So that just lends more credence to the idea that there's something going on there with her.
Maybe.
It's not just a job.
I feel like a lot of it is just, it can be like squared away as gathering information for the job, or at least attempting to implant vulnerabilities. Like, oh, when I attack him, I don't want to do it outside the Devil Hunter headquarters. Let's wait until I can convince him to go to a festival somewhere slightly further away. You know?
Yeah, but he would have done that day one. Should have been like, hey, I'm gonna blush at you and flutter my eyelashes. You want to go to a festival with me? You'd be like, hell yes,
Well,
let's go.
well, here's the problem. There wasn't a festival there that day. Like, she
She
had
could have been like, hey, Denji, put yourself in the trunk of this car. We're gonna go on a ride for a while. And he'd be like,
no,
sweet.
no, no. I don't.
You don't think
No.
so? You don't think he's that dumb?
I think he's close. I think he's close to that. I think if you came up and said, "Hey, Makima, I want you to get in this trunk," he would then do it. Yeah.
Fair. Or just let him ride in the front seat. I don't care, I guess. Just getting him away from the city is not that hard, I'm arguing.
I feel like it is. Again, he has a moment where he like reaffirms his commitment to his job, and part of that is unsupervised time. Right? He only has some of it, and so he doesn't have a lot of it. For what we see, he's like there having coffee every day for 2 weeks, but we don't know if that's an hour or if that's 8 hours. I feel like it's an hour.
Probably.
You know, and she wants to get him further than an hour's travel away.
Yeah, likely. Likely. Anywho. Yeah, it's just good, man. It's just good.
Yeah, highly recommend.
And just the creativity, too. They introduce a couple devil hunters that have the tandem ability to grow a bacterial infection inside somebody's organs.
Which never gets mentioned again.
Well, I think they died.
Well, they died. That doesn't mean the bacteria dies.
Well, no, but she killed herself.
She took her head off. But it wasn't.
And they said, does it still work? It's like, it's got to work. It only works if the body's alive. And they're like, shit.
But it's like a minute later, she puts the body back on. The bacteria in your gut doesn't die that quickly. I feel like
I don't know.
She was going to get, like, colon cancer in a week, you know?
Well, maybe if the two guys who put it in there died, it's over, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. It was just kind of neat to see, like, a different devil hunting crew and what they do and their powers and their own confidence. Like, they're like, we can handle this. We're not the special forces, but, you know, we've seen our share of devil fights.
Yeah, but what they do is mostly die.
Yes. To establish how strong Bomb Devil is.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, her powers are...
explosions?
A little all over the place.
She's Bakugo from My Hero Academia.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely a lot of that going on. But, like, she can launch bombs and launch missiles and, like, turn her own body parts into explosives and explode herself, and then she's fine. Like, I don't know. It's all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know that there's a defined moveset for her.
No.
I think the important bit about the other division of Devil Hunters we see is the scene where Angel Man is like, "Oh, Aki, you haven't told friends and coworkers that you've only got 5 years."
Right.
That's the important part of meeting them, I feel like, is that he's keeping that hidden from everyone.
Yeah, but that's him. He doesn't tell anyone anything. That's his whole personality.
I don't know.
I guess he did tell Angel Dude.
Yeah.
I like the reminder that Chainsaw Man's effectively invincible. He gets blown up. His arms and legs and torso are gone. It's effectively his head and, like, upper chest, and they're like, we just dump a couple gallons of human blood in you, and you're back. Like, wow. Pretty good, man.
What is it about being with the chainsaw that, like, makes you immortal? I don't know. Were chainsaws particularly rugged pieces of equipment that run forever? Is this a Honda chainsaw? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing about the show is that, like, why is Chainsaw Devil special? There's nothing about chainsaws that is special. No. You just, I don't know. You'd think something else would be the special one, but it's chainsaw.
Yeah. I guess it's chainsaw.
It's just a tool. It's just like, Hammer. Hammer Devil is the one that really matters for some reason.
Yep.
Sure, okay. I guess we'll find out one day. Is the manga done?
An excellent question.
I feel like it might be, actually.
Chainsaw Man manga. Oh yeah. No. Why? I started writing manga and it auto-completed to is the anime good? Yeah, it's still going.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, but this comment's from a year ago, so I'm gonna assume maybe still going. Oh, hold on, what was that? Control F. Finished. Could you be useful for like a freaking minute, Wikipedia? So the order like summary that Google gives, it says Chainsaw manga ends on December 14th with important announcement. I click on the page and then I search for manga ends, and it's like that doesn't exist on this page.
Ooh, so maybe it's not over then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure sounds like I found a sentence on the Wikipedia. As of October 7th, 2025, 19 volumes have been released.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not over.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
good stuff.
Okay. So apparently it was with Shonen Jump,
Mm-hmm.
and then it went to Jump Plus. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's jumped around, and because I'm seeing somewhere that there's like 185 chapters done already, and then some places are saying different things, but it might be different chapter with a different publication or something.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, it's good. Does the next season come out? That's my actual question.
Who knows? Seriously, who knows? How do we find out?
Wikipedia does.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. What does it say? Season 2.
Sure doesn't.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, it appears to be the answer. My goodness.
Yeah. Who knows? Is the chainsaw... Okay, one, I Google... Because I just reused my Google page. It just says, is the Chainsaw Man Season 2? Which got me the what I wanted, right? But that's just not a very human sentence. But then it Google's like, people also ask, is Denji a boy or a girl?
Yeah, there you go.
Who is confused by that, having seen it? You know?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Never change Google and people who use Google.
No, don't do it.
Yep. All right. What's next? Or do you have more to say about the Chainsaw Man?
No, I think that's it. I just can't think of another thing that I have experienced, read or watched or listened to that just does as good a job just melding humanity with just batshit insanity. Because like there's other stuff that does the crazy stuff better, maybe other stuff does the humanity better, but as far as marrying the two, it just does a great job with it.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's it. While we're on anime, I just want to say that One Punch Man, season 3, everyone's complaining about the animation. But apparently, episode 3 looks pretty good, and then it turns out it was outsourced to a different studio for the animations. Everyone's like, oh.
Of course.
Yeah. So, like, are they going to keep outsourcing for the rest of the season? Was this a one-off? Like, what's going on here?
That's wild. Why do we know why it was outsourced?
Don't know. maybe they realize that episodes 1 and 2 are disappointing in a lot of ways, and they're like, well, how do we fix this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I am curious to see what's better about episode 3.
I mean, all I've seen out of One Punch Man season 3 is a dude sliding down a hill.
Right.
Honestly,
Which is hilarious.
it is. It's funny, but it's not what I want out of a One Punch Man.
No. But
So it's a low bar. Episode 3 is a low bar.
it is. But here's the thing about One Punch Man. One Punch Man, for the most part, season 1 was not really epic fights. Season 1 was Saitama shows up, there's a monster, he goes, punch, and they die. And it's like, there were not crazy fight scenes in that show. Maybe on the finale there were, where he's fighting the alien.
There were really cool things that other people did, though. Like, other people were very normal, shonen protagonists, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, got their stuff like Speed of Sound Sonic, speeding around, and that's animated pretty well.
And Genji? Genji? I don't know. I remember. I haven't seen that show in forever. But like the guy who can do fire stuff, and he's like part robot, and like he's throwing fire attacks at Saitama, and he's like, "I'm gonna punch you," and it's like instantly goes into slow motion, and he's like, "Oh shit, I can feel his presence," and then he like blows away a mountain. And all that stuff. There's a lot of really cool shit happening for the rest of it. It's not just One Punch Man doing one punch things.
That's true. That is true. That's a fair point. All right. Well, we'll see how season 3 goes then.
Yeah.
From that point forward.
Did you watch any more of Grimgo?
I did.
Oh, cool.
And someone died, and I forgot his name already because he was boring.
Monitor.
Monato. I'm like looking on Wikipedia. What was his character's name? Monato. That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one competent character on the show. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who seemed to have everything together. The one who was leading everybody else. The one who, was doing a lot for the group. He gets shot in the back by a goblin crossbow and dies. And I'm like, bolts didn't. I mean, okay.
Hits his spine. Yeah.
Yeah, well, except he runs away. Like, he doesn't just collapse right there.
Okay, it hits near his spine, and running it pushes it in. Like, what do you want from me?
That's entirely possible.
He took an arrow to his back. It's not like it punched his lung. He filled with blood. Like, he died.
Okay.
It's a thing people die from, I think, historically.
I guess. It's kind of a fluky thing. Reasonable.
Yeah.
So they're really sad about it for a while, and Haruhiro like feels like he has to be in charge now, but he doesn't feel confident about it. He's not quite sure what to do, and he's still really sad. But they're like, but we gotta eat, so we gotta get back out there, man. We don't have a healer, so let's get a new one. So they get Mary. Like, everybody else has, like, Japanese names. Moguzo, Monado, Ranta. And then it's like, this is Mary. It's like, where did you come from?
Yep.
Anyway. And she's like, sure, I'll heal you guys, whatever. I'm not going to be friends with you, though. And they're like, what is her problem?
So, coming from the Chainsaw Man, you don't feel like this is doing human emotions really well? Where they're like, oh, man, this guy, he died, but he was the one kind of keeping us together. And you summarized all of that as, well, they're kind of sad for a little while. Right?
They're really sad for a while. Sorry if I misrepresented that.
I'm just saying, that's the stuff that I like about the show. That's why I think it's a great show. If you're just like, well, they're kind of sad. I'm like, okay, well, it's not hitting. That's fine. Don't watch the rest.
I don't know. I kind of feel like you can reach a point in your show where you've showed characters mourning enough where it's like, we get it. This really affected them. I understand this. And then it kind of keeps going, and you're like, okay, so is there anything else going to happen in this episode, or are we just going to sit around and cry?
There is a moment where you're like, wow, they're doing another song. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Look,
yeah.
look, I get that, but
Okay.
the conversations where they have about like bringing Mary into the party so quickly, and the girls being like, "Well, you guys just like shut us out. You didn't talk to us at all." Like,
Yeah, that's good.
there's real people there, is what I feel like.
Yes. No, there are good moments in these episodes. Certainly, that's a
Mhm.
great one.
Mhm.
Uh, the winner protagonist and what's her face girl are like consoling each other about the death of Minato.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, the
because
other.
it's an anime,
Oh,
everybody misunderstands what's going on, and there's this whole huge thing. I
right.
was like, "Yep, gotta hit that note."
I mean, it's a really emotional scene where they break down crying in the rain and forgive each other, and then this like
Yeah.
woman pops out through the window in the roof and is like, "Oh, you guys are banging in the rain. Okay, bye." It's like, okay. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
I did say it engages in trope.
Yes, you did. You were fair about that.
Yeah.
So then we get Mary's backstory because they're like, she will not talk to us. We don't know what's going on with this person at all.
She also
So
won't
they,
heal us. Is something that they go through. Like
well,
they're like, I got a cut. Heal me, and she's like, no. She's like,
right.
deal with it. You're a warrior.
No, but then when it is actually a big deal, she does take care of it.
That's how they
So
start
they're
to.
like, so like, why is she doing that, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they see her talking to like a big high level adventurer in the tavern, and they're like, hang on a second. She won't talk to us, but maybe he will. We can come in through another way. Yeah. So they get her backstory. And it's a good story. It's like I can totally, it's realistic. I can see this happening this way, but there's this party. They're noobs. They're really working together. They're winning all the time. They never lose. They never come close to losing. And then they just get in over their heads. Like they think they can take anything, and then they run into a giant kobold, which is like, I didn't know they got giant, but okay. It's a giant kobold, and he kills two of their party, and it really sucks. And it's just like, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see somebody, a group of people in that situation.
But we also see the specific reason why they're in that situation, which was Mary was doing what Minato was doing, which was essentially the job of three people: healer
Right.
and frontline and scout or something. Like I forget what other kind of role she was supposed to be filling. She was overworked. And that's what Minato was. He was doing all of those things. And so they fully expected Mary to pick up, get into that position where it's like, okay, we scratched ourselves, you heal us now. And you also defend the mage, right? Like you are on the front line with us. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. That's a stupid
Right.
idea. That's how you get your party dead. Because she's been
Right.
there.
Yeah, but instead of explaining that, she's just aloof and won't talk to anyone. And it's
Also
a
true.
really good way to handle this problem, Mary. Way to go.
Also, it's yes,
Yeah.
she's got problems. That's made very clear. She's not handling that particularly well. She's very much still struggling with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
good.
anyway.
I like it.
That was good.
Yep.
I agree.
I,
was good.
I've heard the entire anime described as dealing with grief while living in a foreign country, because these people like effectively are just living in a foreign country because they don't remember the world they came from.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's neat. I think it's a good show.
It's good.
I think it does
I'll finish the
humanity
season.
really well. Probably almost better than anything else I've ever seen from the
Okay.
time. From the time.
Uh-huh.
And just
What is
remember
the time?
the time. It's almost one.
Nice.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, and remember, we read the first light novel version of this, and it sucked ass. So just bear that in mind.
Extremely good point. Yes.
So, before we get to the Warhammer, because I'm sure you've got to wrap up soon, so we're gonna have to speed run that. Unless you've got time, you don't have time. Do you?
I've got some time.
You got some
Yeah.
time? Some time? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of the anime that I've been watching this season has an incredibly overbearingly long title.
Of course.
It's been simplified on High Dive, the site to watch it, but I'm 99% sure. Okay, hold on. The image has it longer. Um, nope, that kind of makes sense, but not really. It's all over the place because it's like they've overlaid the kanji, so it doesn't really make sense. But anyway, it's called My Gift level 9999 Unlimited Gacha. The full title is like I got backstabbed by my friends in a dungeon, but thanks to my level 9999 gacha, I have overpowered friends who help me save the world or some shit. Except it's not saving the world. That defeats my point. Anyway, it's a really bad show, and I didn't read it out when I was going through all the awful names a couple weeks ago because it's not on Crunchyroll. That's just where I was looking. Anyway,
Okay.
the kid, he has his talent is that he can spin a gacha, and he gets like a rotten apple or whatever. He gets invited to a party. Oh, that has one of every race. Like there's one werewolf man, there's one elf, there's one dark elf, one gnome, one dwarf, whatever. And in this world, humans are the lowest caste of race you could be. Like they're really
Yeah.
stepped on by everyone. And they invite him to the party because we're the Concord of Tribes, and we want to like have a fair world, and we're going to represent the best of everyone. And they invite him into the world's hardest dungeon and murder him. Right? That's the story. Turns out his gacha, the more mana there is in the air, the better the results are. And deep down in the dungeon, he's able to pull like a maid card, and the maid's level 999 and is instantly sworn to him, and it's all that overpowered bullshit. By
Right.
episode 3, it's like a 2.5 year time skip, and he's like, okay, great, I'm gonna start heading back up to the surface. I've amassed armies, I've carved out an entire nation of people to live down here. Like, I'm basically a king. I don't ever have to leave, but I'm going to, because I want revenge. And he finds the
Okay.
werewolf guy and is like, lures him into the dungeon, the same spot they tried to kill him, and then, like, tries to mentally break him by, like, beating him up and killing all of his friends and showing him that he's now level 99999 as well. And the Wolfman gets really scared and pisses himself, and he does all of the mind break stuff. It's like, okay, great. He's getting his revenge. This is a revenge show. That's fine. It could be interesting. He asked the Wolfman, if we go to the surface, could we like declare war on all the nations up there? And then he reveals to him his monsters' armies that he's pulled from his gacha, and he's like, fully breaks the wolf. Like that, at that point, the wolf like kills over and dies from heart attack
Oh.
and shock. He's just like, yes, you could kill everyone, and it wouldn't take you 2 minutes, right? So
Right.
episode 4 comes out, and they're like, great, let's go to the surface. And what should we do on the surface? I know. Let's join the Adventurers Guild and work our way up through the ranks doing F tier. No, you motherfuckers! Why do you keep doing this stupid bit? They're just like, let's go be adventurers. We need information, and to do that, we're gonna sign up to the Adventurers Guild. Just launch a war. Just
That was the whole plan. That's
Just-
what you established.
just get your revenge on the really powerful people who tried to murder you. And when you got out to the real world, first thing you did was like, let's go back to my hometown and see my family and make sure they're okay. Oh no, the town was destroyed, and like my siblings' bodies are missing, but my parents are here and they're dead. So let's bury them and then go join the Adventurers Guild. What the fuck are you doing? Just get your revenge. You have godlike powers.
So they're just beholden to the trope. They
Yeah.
just can't not do it.
They just
Yeah.
can't not do it. There's so many shows where, for various reasons, the characters like the best way to market myself as as a person with skills is to join a guild, and that guild is typically the Adventurers Guild for like whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
And so this guy, he doesn't need that. He doesn't need the validation of the people he wants to kill. He just is like,
Right.
well, that's a good place to get information. You don't need it. I'm so confused.
Yeah. I don't know what information are you looking for exactly. Yeah.
who I don't care. I stopped when like it I was out. So that's just something I wanted to whine about.
Right. That's entirely fair. That
It was so close to doing something almost interesting.
Right. Except the problem is, my question was, okay, so you have an army that can defeat the world in 5 minutes, and then episode 4, they defeat the world in 5 minutes, and then what do you do?
Well, I assume you just have the world not die in 5 minutes. turns out that like kingdoms have like royal knights or something, and they're actually super powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you actually
Fine.
have a protracted campaign or something.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah,
They don't do that.
they don't do that. I mean, maybe they do that later, but I'm not gonna be there later. Do that sooner. Don't go to the Adventurers Guild.
What if they're like, it's one episode of Adventure Guilding, and then we take over the
Oh,
world?
you bastard. No, I'm committed to not watching.
But that would get you.
Yeah, here's the problem. There's another show that did that.
Oh.
It's called Overlord. It has like 4 seasons and a movie,
Mm.
and they're all really good. It is explicitly an isekai where a guy is logged into his video game at the minute the servers are shutting down, and he gets teleported to the world of the game, and is
Right.
like, well, this isn't exactly the world of the game. It's clearly different. He's also it's called Overlord because he's a lich, right? Like he's playing an evil character.
Right.
And his guild was like one of the top guilds. So they have a bunch of NPCs that have all come to life who are explicitly evil. And so one of them is like, oh, my boss wants us to take over the world. And he kind of gets stuck doing what they want, despite him being ostensibly the boss. So
Right.
he does launch a war on basically the rest of the world in season 2 and a bit. But he does go to
Okay.
the Adventurers Guild first.
Right. But he gets there in the end.
He gets there. The problem, the difference is he does like one quest, and that's it. And it's like, oh, the adventurer quest guy, that's a persona he puts on and pulls out when he needs to be like move amongst the people and get into adventurer backroom deals and stuff and be like, what are they doing? 9 times out of 10, he's just the overlord. He's just the giant lich who can like do anything.
Yeah.
Good show. You should watch Overlord. It's actually a lot of fun. But
Fair enough.
it's not important. Don't put it high on the list. Anyway,
I'll try to remember that when he goes to the Adventurers Guild, it's not the entire show after that.
it also helps that the show is before that is also good and interesting. Like there's some interesting characters. The 99 Gacha thing's just really bad. Also just
Right.
really bad. It doesn't have
Yeah.
anything going for it. Anyway, would you like to talk about Warhammer?
Let us talk about Warhammer again.
Warhammer. What did we read
Yes.
this time?
We read The Talon of Horus by Aaron Dembski-Bowden.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we did.
I definitely didn't finish this in like a day and a half because I wasn't at work this week either.
Again, goodness.
Yeah, I'm back to work tomorrow.
Okay, back
yeah.
on the schedule.
Back on
Yeah.
the schedule. Yeah. So, Talon of Horus, what did you think? Iskander Kaon's tale of the birth of the Black Legion.
Right. I think it's interesting getting some backstory to something that exists in the 40K. I think it's well written. I think it's got some good details in it. I do find it interesting that it's kind of similar to last week's book, where it's like, I'm in a chaos army, but I'm really only here because I'm super loyal to the military leader, and I'm not really part of the crew, and I'm not really super steeped in chaos, and I'm probably the most normal guy here, right?
You literally made me just go, what did we read last week? Son of the Forest. Okay, so nobody,
Yeah.
nobody there's really steeped in chaos. In that. I'm trying to think of. Oh no, you mean the other guy, right? Yep. No, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, he is still a thousand sun, right?
Yes. And he's still like warp magic, and like he's got demons bound to him, and like I get that.
Right.
Yes.
The book just presents it as very neutral, right? Like it is what
Yeah.
it is, and our reasons are not cartoon villains of why we do this. We do it because the Emperor is a false god, and we want revenge. And the Primarchs, they had their chance. It's our time now. We need a Black Legion. Um,
Right. And Abaddon, despite being constantly entreated by the warp, is
mhm,
not interested in accepting their offers. He will use power of the warp but not let it control him, like Horus just accepted every single thing into him and became whatever he was at the end, right?
mhm, mhm,
So yeah, so it's this, he recognizes it's a tightrope they're walking. He recognizes that it'll probably be the doom of them in the end, but they're not just ridiculously seeped in chaos and drinking as deeply as they can and
mhm, mhm.
accepting it and trusting it because he knows you can't trust it.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which I think is tough. like there were a few times in the book, there are a few passages where he's like, yeah, it's really dangerous to play this game,
mhm.
but it's what we got to do. It's how we have the power to fulfill our goals and stay alive inside the eye
Mhm.
and defeat our enemies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a bit where they finally meet Abaddon, and Abaddon's giving them his. When I was listening to it again, it felt like a wellness influencer on Instagram being like, "Look, Revelation is a work in progress, and sometimes Abaddon fell off the path, but you know, we all did. We all do sometimes. You just got to get back on that horse." But there's a bit where Abaddon says, the powers can't be ignored. They're real, but we shouldn't be beholden to them, right? Like, we're not going
Right.
to just drink as deeply as Horus did. Um, which is a very interesting take that the Chaos guys that you picture as like the Emperor's children and the Noise Marines or the Plague Marines is just steeped in this stuff. That's all they
Right.
want. That's all they can do, and all they think about because they're slaves to darkness. But at their head, there's people who actually think and are like trying to use them without being corrupted entirely by them.
Right. Right.
It's
Which
ostensibly
again, hard to do.
right. It's ostensibly the thing Dan Abnett tries to show Eisenhorn is. He's like
Mm.
trying to use them without being totally corrupted by a demon host, but they're kind
Right.
of doing it,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like Abaddon managed to live alone, essentially alone. There was probably humans around and people to do stuff on the vengeful spirit while it landed on a planet. And during that time, he became like a chemist and um, I don't know, a winemaker. He was like,
Right.
I did all this stuff, and trying to figure out how to bind chaos as like a beer or whatever, um, without being corrupted by it, despite it being everywhere. Despite every time, if he ever took the Talon of Horus out from its stasis field, it erupted in screams. you know,
Right.
it challenging tightrope to walk. To write them as characters that aren't just like one note evil.
Yeah, which I appreciate. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot less interesting to read a story of characters who are just one note evil. And I can't remember a single story in all of the Warhammer books I've read where there is an entire story of just one note evil. So
We,
I appreciate that. I think they understand
mm,
not to do that.
yeah, we should read Battle of the Abyss in the Horus Heresy.
Okay.
It's one of the ones we skipped because it sucks.
Ah,
It's very one note evil.
it's a one note evil.
Every character is a stereotype. It's like I'm the by the book ultramarine. I'm the drunken comedy Viking space wolf. I'm the mustache twirling word bearer who wants to sacrifice you to his dark gods.
Fair enough.
It's
So they exist. We just skip them.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Reasonable.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
uh, speaking of just like weird characters, there's this prophet who is mute, like he had his throat ripped out, and he's otherwise just looks like a normal dude, but he has to like animate a corpse and partially suffuse it with his body to talk and be like, "Hey, Abaddon's that way. We should go and steal his ship, right, guys?" Uh, and Kaon, who is the point of view character, is extremely knowledgeable in the warp. Like he is like, I'm a sorcerer. Sorcery is what I do. I've sold my skills out for services to other warbands for like the last couple hundred years. It's what I do. I have no idea how this was done. And it freaks him
Right.
out. And it's just like, hey, look, even the people who know things don't know things sometimes.
Yeah, it just, I mean, it just speaks to the unknowable aspect of the warp.
It does. Which,
Yeah, it's important that the warp remains not entirely knowable.
right, because there's a lot of like,
Yeah.
and then we navigated the warp, or we got into the webway, and we found him, and the fire tide is a thing, which the Astronomicon apparently can project a avatar onto the deck of your ship, and it's like, hey, I'm the Emperor, please don't find Abaddon.
Right.
That was wild, I think, from a lore perspective.
Super wild. Because again, the warp can do whatever. Congratulations.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the premise that this is all being dictated to you by Kaon from an inquisitorial dungeon, which he like surrendered himself to, and they like crucified him, took his eyes, and have a servitor just like auto dictating everything he's saying?
Right. I don't know. I feel like he's an incredibly gifted orator if he can just verbally tell this story in the way that Aaron Dembski-Bowden is writing it. It had nothing. The two weren't connected. They kept going back to it, and it's like, oh, that's right. He's in a dungeon somewhere telling the story. And then it'd get into the story, and it's like, this is really good. This is some good story stuff. And then I go back to like, yes, he's still in the dungeon. I'm like, oh, I don't really care.
So I think as an audiobook, it worked really, really well because it's just all in
good.
Kaon's voice.
Yeah. I can see how that would help.
Yeah. So I really felt like it was him telling this story.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I found interesting is the time aspect of the story, where he's pretty clear, like in the eye, time does not work normally.
No.
And you can go off on a mission and spend years fighting on a planet and come back to your ship and it's been a week. Or you can go off for a couple days and come back to your ship and it's been 4 years. And everyone's like, huh. Everyone just like deals with everyone's timeline acting differently and slowing down and reversing sometimes. And there's the scene where the big bad is like, I killed, no, people, just people in general, like, you died on this planet. And he's like, I sure didn't. But there's a part of him that's like, maybe I totally did. Because of how time works in this place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, but they just deal with it. Because, like, what else do you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was worried it was going to be like a time travel story.
Oh.
Somehow, like, Kion really had died on this planet.
Oh, you thought
But,
it was
like-
like getting to that planet.
Yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
it's revealed he's in an inquisitorial dungeon didn't take.
True.
Like,
But again, I didn't think much about those scenes.
okay. So, I mean, the fact that they're mentioning time travel probably sets you up that there might be a little bit of it later in some chaos stuff. Maybe in the next book there's a little bit of it.
Yes, but we're in real space now. They made a big deal out of it. Like, time works normally now where they are.
They're not in real space.
What? Well, no, but they're in enough real space that physics work again,
So,
and that time isn't all messed up all the time.
which book did you read?
What are you talking about? They leave the eye. Did I read the wrong one? That would be hilarious.
Did you read
if I did.
Talon of Horus or Black Legion?
Apparently, I read Black Legion.
You read book 2. You read next week's book.
I like that we had a 20-minute conversation about it, and this was not immediately clear
Well,
what happened here.
I attempted to name some points in the book. I gave direct quotes. When they found Abaddon and were like, "Hey, let's steal your ship," and you didn't mention it. That they already had his ship.
Yeah, that's true. I probably could have.
Yep.
Oh, that's hilarious. So spoiler alert for next week, I guess. How is that whole thing about Kaon died? Is that in the
That's in the
Talon
first.
of Horus too?
Yeah, there's a couple people who are just like, I heard you died on this planet, and he's like, nope, sure didn't.
And they're like, no, I'm pretty sure you did.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Okay, well, okay. Here's the thing. I can just go over what I remember of Black Legion as well. Like I remember bits of that because I've read this before.
Can do.
So the White Seer Asher Kai turns out to be the guy who can lead them back into warp space.
Well,
It's
right.
implied that he might be because they give him up for like sacrifice or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a time travel-y thing. That's what I was mentioning from.
That's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's a crazy scene because they're like, we gotta leave the eye, and like, but we can't. The warp storms are too strong.
Mm-hmm.
And then these Astartes,
Yep.
but they're Astartes. They're
Yeah.
not like ghosts or anything. They're Astartes.
Wow. Legion of the
Gray
Damned.
armor and right. Yeah.
So there's a chapter of Space Marines called the Legion of the Damned who might just be ghosts Space Marines that fight for the Emperor.
Where did they come from?
Don't know, the warp. If you turn
Well,
on,
they fight for the Emperor, but then they allow Chaos Legions to come through the eye to go kill the Emperor.
They're not the same people. Not the same people. But
Okay.
you're like, they're ghosts, but they're Space Marines. I'm like, well, they're not mutually exclusive.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm just saying, for the people who are listening to this, they are Space Marines.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, and they show up and they're like, all right, we'll let you get you passage through the eye, but what are you going to offer as payment?
Mm-hmm. Like,
and there's this rival warlord to Abaddon who's like, I'll give you all this cool stuff. I'll give you these ships and these slaves and all this power.
mm-hmm.
And then Abaddon is like, I'll give you whatever you need. And they're like, deal. That sounds fair.
And they take all the children.
Yeah.
And a
take
bunch
all
of,
the children
and a bunch
to
of
replenish.
sorcerers. Yeah.
Right, because what are Space Marines except constantly trying to replenish their numbers?
Uh-huh.
Every Legion is doing this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so God. You okay, so there's a bit at the end of the book I read where Kaon's like, and here are some hints for like the next book, and one of them is the meeting of Sigismund and
yeah, in Abaddon.
Aaron Dembski-Bowden really dick teases you with that at the end of this book. There's like a 5-minute scene where it's like, and then Sigismund got up and walked within 2 meters, and they had like, I was looking for you on Terra. Everywhere I went, I was looking for you, but only lesser men stood in my way. And he's like, yeah, but I'll get to the rest of that story later. So you got that bit where you've seen Sigismund die.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking about this. I'm like, is this the first time in a Warhammer story where I'm like, oh, this matchup? Like, it's the first time I've been like, I know this character and I know this character and they're going to fight. Wow. Because usually that stuff happens and, like, I don't have the context for it. You're like, wow, this fight was awesome. And I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. But this is the first time. I'm like, I know who Sigismund is. I know who Abaddon is. Awesome.
Uh-huh.
And... We didn't really get the fight scene very much.
We didn't get enough. We didn't get a lot of it, but we did get basically Abaddon dies, and Sigismund does die, but it's heavily implied that if the first Black Crusade that they're on hadn't been 1,000 years after the Siege of Terra, and Sigismund hadn't been slowed down that teeny tiny bit by age,
right.
Abaddon would have been dead.
Yeah.
Wild.
Because Sigismund is unstoppable. Like, that's the whole reason it's exciting. Is because he has spent the last 1,000 years killing every single person who has ever come across his path.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I haven't read the Black Legion in almost a year. Did that give you Sigismund's final words to Abaddon?
Yes.
Which is, you will die like your father, crying and ashamed. Holy shit, that line goes hard.
It's hard. Like Sigismund as a character is kind of scary. Like Abaddon kind of tries to entreat to his logic, and he's like, "Look, man, like we were all betrayed. Like the Emperor would, if his crusade had worked, he would have killed us, like he killed the Thunder Warriors. He didn't care about us." And Sigismund's just like, I do not give a shit about anything you have to say. You're a traitor. You need to die.
Right.
And Kaon recognizes it. He's like, Sigismund is not listening. He has no interest in seeing Abaddon as a human. He doesn't see him as a brother. He's not listening to anything he's trying to entreat him with. He's like, you broke your oaths to the Legion. You die now. That's it. And even at the end, when he's dying, and Abaddon's like, my brother, I respected you and loved you. And he's like, nope, you're going to die crying and alone like Horus did. It's like, holy crap, Sigismund. Like, totally, yeah. Like, gave up any part of his humanity to become basically the sword of the Emperor for as long as he did. But fair. Like, you got to pay for that, I guess.
Yeah. There's a bit in this book where Kaon is seeing Sigismund's aura, and he's like, Sigismund's faith in our grandfather is so unshakable, it has cloaked him in a halo of righteous aura. And it's like, oh, okay. This guy, I mean, he was religious kind of at the end of the siege. He is full-blown Black Templar at this point, where he's like, I get visions from the Emperor. He's a god. I will kill you all.
Right.
Sigismund, fan favorite character for good reason, I feel.
Definitely. Amazing. And you got to have somebody like Sigismund to be the leader of the Templar, because it's like, they're nuts. There's got to be someone nuts up at the top, and there is. It works out.
Well, there was. He died 9,000 years ago. Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
But his legend lives on, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And just the concept that Sigismund is like, Abaddon is coming back, and the rest of the Imperium is like, you're stupid. He's not coming back. It's been forever. Stop it.
And
then he's like, and then you came back. I knew it. It's like, man, what a validating day for Sigismund. He's like, I knew they would try to come back, and I'm ready, even if nobody else is.
Is this the book where at the end they take Sigismund's sword and they etch on it, "We are returned," and they ship it to Terra? No.
Well, they ship Sigismund's body to Terra, holding the sword. Yeah.
And it's like, "We are returned." I'm like, oh man, as a scene, as like, if I remember correctly, that's the final moment of the book, and it's like, that's a great way to close this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, from a big picture perspective, it's just like, and then that's how Chaos Space Marines
came back and started.
Returned to regular space.
Yes. Yeah. It's a great final book moment for the book, but it is like in the big picture. Just like, okay, and then 9,000 years of codex entries to read, and a couple books, and then 10,000 years later, you can read 40K.
Right. Totally.
Yeah, so...
I just think he did a good job, too, of just really describing life in the eye. And it is hard scrap, and getting new equipment's impossible, and... the most important thing is a shipyard, but good chance your enemies will come destroy the shipyard just to take it away from you. So there's like one left in this entire stupid place, and there's no food anywhere. We eat dead space marines all the time. Like, everything sucks for everyone forever. The end. Yeah.
Yeah. If you like that, you'd like Talon of Horus.
I'll read it. I'm planning on reading it this week.
Did they... see, now I don't want to spoil the book. Did they tell you what happens at the end of that book?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Did they talk about Lupercalia and like the destruction of the monument and Fabius Bile?
No, not at all.
Okay, great. So the ending of that book's still intact. Great.
Okay, good. It'll be fine.
Read the wrong book.
Does he have the wolf spirit in the first book?
Yes. He has Gaia and Nefertiti.
Okay.
Is the Amnesis in this one? His sister?
Yeah.
Okay, good. She's in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this whole book, he's like, I miss my wolf. My wolf was the best. Like, this panther's okay, but like, wolf is awesome.
Wolf
the whole time.
Wolf is cool.
Yeah.
Wolf is an interesting demon. Very interesting demon. read
So
them.
good. I'm glad we get wolf because I was like, there's no wolf in this book.
Oh,
Well, spoiler alert, there's a little wolf in this book.
little. Is the Ragged Knight in this book?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because I had to search for the Ragged Knight because there's a bunch of historical references that that come along with it. Like there's a mighty little history lesson about awful holy crusades. Yeah, in this book, you'll love it. It's hard to miss. Um,
Fair enough.
yeah. Cool. Tune in next time where we review both these books again, I guess, as I remember
Yep.
that book better, and you have read this one.
And I remember the first book for the first time. But yeah, I just want to point out, Kaon does his best to be like, I'm only here for Abaddon. Like, seriously.
Mhm.
Like, if Abaddon dies or leaves, I don't think Kaon hangs around.
I
Like,
don't,
he has no interest in what else is going on.
I don't know that he does.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he in that book mention why he's in the inquisitorial prison? Like, does he?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. It's a very minor thing at the end of the book. He's just like, I'm here to tell you everything because it won't make any difference, even if you guys know. You know, it's a thing I hope they're going to expand on by the third book. Please come out soon. In that, like, surely he didn't let himself get captured. He's Abaddon's right hand man in this book, right? In the second book, not the first one. The first one's about finding Abaddon, but he's like his assassin in chief, his right hand man. He's like go getter, his sorcerer supreme, and he's just like, okay, well, that was 9,000 years ago. Now it's 40k. Abaddon's in a position to maybe end the long war. I'm gonna go hand myself in and be a storyteller to the Inquisition.
Right. Why?
Does Abaddon not need you anymore? And he's all we have, I believe, so far is like, because I'm here to tell you everything. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it won't make a difference. You guys can know it, but you just so fucked with information, and the way you suppress it, and being generally awful shitbags of an Imperium.
Right.
That it won't make a difference. And I'm like, okay, that's neat, but could there be a reason to?
Right. Can't think of one. I don't know.
Maybe he acts as like a psychic homing beacon and they're going to teleport in.
That'd be cool. I would take that.
Who knows?
Who knows? All right. Wheel time.
No, we don't need the wheel. You've got the Talon of Horus to read. I got the black. Sorry, Doc.
Well, he knew it was going to be 2 weeks anyway.
He knew. I'm apologizing for this shit show.
All right, deal.
Oh, I know exactly how you fucked this up. You bought both the
Okay.
books at the same time, didn't you? You were just like, I might as well pick them
did.
up both, and then you picked up the wrong one. Okay, great. So now we know not to do that.
Right.
Great.
One book at a time.
Yep.
Unless there's a deal on buying 2 books at once, which there wasn't. I specifically said there wasn't. I knew.
Oh, okay, great.
All right, good.
Great.
So yeah, tune in next week for The Talon of Horus by Aaron Dembski-Bowden. And maybe a more in-depth discussion of Black Legion by Aaron Dembski-Bowden. It'll be great.
It'll be great.
Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. This has been Falcon Paladin and Somicron with another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour at twitch.tv/Somicron. Good place to be, to subscribe to, and give gift subs to as well. You can also find the VODs at youtube.com/@Somicron, and supporting the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/Somicron and sign up there as well. Good place to be. You can also buy merch at falconpaladin.store. You can buy a hoodie because it's getting colder in the northern hemisphere. You can buy a hoodie for the southern hemisphere too, because apparently it's kind of chilly today in Australia, which is interesting. And until next time, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for enjoying it. And you take care of yourself. Bye. Bye.